If you are a developer from Ukraine who ever tried to pass an interview in English but failed, you should watch this video till the end. The goal of this video is to prepare open answers beforehand and feel confident during the interview in English. This would be of interest to those developers and designers who are a good fit to be a part of a dedicated team. For middle front-end, back-end and full-stack developers with B1, B2 plus level of English, theoretically for all developers and designers working in the IT industry. To begin with, interview questions can be different. There is no need for long, complicated sentences. Your answers should be plain and straightforward. So the most often asked questions are: Question 1. How many years of experience do you have? Answer 1. I have been a developer for 3 years. Answer 2. I have been programming for a couple of years. Answer 3. I have had 4 years of experience so far. Answer 4. For 2 years, I have been working as a software developer, engineer. Answer 5. Since 2016, I have started to work as a backend developer. Question 2. Why did you decide to become a developer? Answer 1. I agree with the famous Saturn's. Math is the queen of all sciences. Since my school years, I always loved math and numbers and solving tasks. I graduated with a master's degree in applied math, so it was obvious and logical that I decided to become a developer. Answer 2. Having an analytical mindset, I love solving tasks on a daily basis. Finding a solution to a complex problem makes me happy and cheerful, especially if I can solve the task that others were working on but failed. Answer 3. In my opinion, every person should be doing work to his or her liking in order to achieve greater results. I am passionate about coding, and seeing how our world is rapidly changing due to IT innovations is amazing. I am glad to be making my modest inputs. Question 3. What was the most challenging project in your career? Answer 1. This is an interesting question. Basically, I can't highlight the most complex project I have dealt with. All projects have been a challenge and a step forward in my career. Every project I worked on or was a part of helped me gain new skills and experience. Overall, all projects are different and require individual approaches. Answer 2. It's a question to think about. I think the most challenging project was the last one. It was a complex marketplace in PHP for a client from the States. Lots of custom-made plugins and features have been implemented there to meet all the client's requirements. Since it was from scratch, this web application was decided to build on a custom CMS. Missing the deadline probably was the most challenging part of the project, but we succeeded. Question 4. What was your role in the project? Answer 1. I was a technical lead. My team consisted of 4 experienced developers overall. Answer 2. I was a senior developer. This has been an agile development, so we had daily meetings with the client to stay on track and were ready to change the direction at any moment if necessary. Answer 3. I was a middle front-end developer. Working independently, I was in charge of the front-end part, CSS, HTML, and animation effects, paying close attention to details and responsiveness, so the website could look well on different types of devices. Question 5. Are you going to have a vacation in 2 weeks? Answer 1. No, I have just had a vacation and I am full of enthusiasm to get to work and I am available upon request. Answer 2. I understand how it is important for you to start working on your project as soon as possible, and I can assure you I am available to start working when needed. I am finishing with my current project and I will be available in the beginning of the next week. Question 6. What new technology are you going to learn? Answer 1. Well, I see that React is becoming more and more popular, so in my spare time and on weekends I learn this JavaScript library. Answer 2. Attending a tech event last month, I heard that blockchain is one of the most popular technologies nowadays. I always wanted to know more about cryptocurrency, so now I got the motivation to kick it off. These are the most frequently asked questions. However, some questions you cannot be prepared beforehand too. For example, are you working during the winter holidays? Or even more personal ones like, do you have brothers or sisters? What are your plans for the future? Have you traveled abroad? And so on. Use meaningless phrases to fill the gaps. While using some words and word combinations that have no special meaning, we can think about the things we are going to talk further. A few seconds could give you an advantage and let you sound naturally and fluently. These phrases include: let me think about it. It's an interesting question. What I can say? Well, you know, etc. If you were unable to hear the speaker properly, do not hesitate to ask: could you repeat your last question once again, please? There have been some connection problems, I misheard your question. Can you repeat it, please? What should be paid attention to? Point 1. Tenses. When speaking, use correct tenses. I have been a developer for 5 years. It was an interesting project, etc. Point 2. Prepositions. The project will be delivered on Monday in September. It is running on Magenta, written in PHP. I work as a developer at a company. Point 3. Gerunds. Use verbs in the ing form after prepositions. I am capable of dealing with these sort of tasks. Now I am working on developing a module for a WordPress website, etc. Point 4. Articles. Do not forget that each noun requires an article: a, the, or no article. Last month I worked on a project. The project was based on the Laravel PHP framework. In conclusion, my advice to you would be: English has been, is, and will be the language #1 in the world. Find someone to talk to in English. The most important thing is having everyday practice to be confident and develop fluency. Watch TED Talks or inspirational and motivational videos of famous speakers like Brian Tracy with English subtitles on YouTube. Read articles on Medium, Quora, etc. Paying attention to sentence structure, word order, prepositions. Write and speak to your colleagues, co-workers in English. It's free of charge. And you will be written and spoken in the same language as well. It is going to be a good practice for you both. And the last but not least, try thinking in English. Nothing is easy at the beginning, but all is possible with practice. Wish you all success in having your interviews in English. If you would like to brush up your English, feel free to book a trial lesson with me. The link will be given below. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.